While aviation expert Robert Sumwalt joins me now live. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thanks, Liz. It's great to be with you.
Yeah, very unsettling scene there at SFO today, seeing that tire fall off just moments after that plane took off. How quickly did the pilots know what was going on before they were able to report it to air traffic control, or did air traffic control know before they did?
Well, that's a really good question. It's most likely that the pilots themselves would not even known. This is a big airplane, it's a heavy jet. And so just having a tire assembly fall off probably would not even be noticeable by the pilots of that airplane.
So why do you think the pilots would choose, or maybe the airline chose, to go to LAX instead of turning back to SFO? Was that to sort of alleviate any kind of impact to other flights going in and out of SFO?
Well, I think, it's a good question. United, of course, has a big maintenance base at San Francisco. Why did they go to LAX? That's the question you're asking. Longer runways at LAX, they would have to burn off some fuel anyway to get down below a max landing weight. And so, I'm not sure exactly what that decision process was, but it sounds like a good idea to me.
It is so alarming to see that video of that tire falling from the sky after just moments after, less than 10 seconds after takeoff. How common are incidents like this?
Well, fortunately, Liz, it's not common at all. There was an event a few months ago with a tire falling off of another airplane, but it's not common. And I want to emphasize that even though this doesn't look good, it doesn't sound good in the media, I don't think there's a safety of flight issue associated with it. There are three other tires on that particular landing gear. So I don't think that safety was impaired, but obviously you would not want to continue the flight to Japan with that situation.
Now, this is just the latest in a series of incidents involving aviation and malfunctioning equipment on these planes. How will this particular case be investigated, do you think?
Well, I want to point out that a lot of people are going to jump to the conclusion and say, oh, this is another Boeing problem. This airplane was 20 years old, so I highly doubt that this has anything to do with the way that the airplane was manufactured or designed. It's probably a maintenance issue where somewhere along the line, the investigators will be looking at the maintenance who touched that wheel assembly last. They'll be doing a metallurgical examination to see the condition of the metal of that wheel assembly, maybe bearings heated up, whatever it is. I'm pretty confident that the investigators, whether it's the FAA, the NTSB, I was chairman of the NTSB for 4 years and served on the board for 15 years. So I'm pretty sure that the investigation will quickly reveal what the problem was, and most importantly, how it can be prevented in the future.
Well, everybody seemed to act very quickly in terms of making decisions on where that plane should go, what should happen next, and luckily no injuries again to report, and also no impact really to airport operations. Robert Sumwalt, thank you so much. We'll bring
Great
you
to
more.
be with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.